talking about. Now we're moving on to B2C, where you are selling your talents as a musician or as an organization to somebody in Germany who's not themselves a business. And I'm really sorry about this, Sebastian. I don't know why your slides take ages to come into focus, but I can see it's drifting in. It will get there. I've moved ahead to it, so it has time to catch up. And I will do the same thing in a few minutes to your next one. So it also stays a minute or two ahead
Great.
of you. But if you'd like to start speaking
No
about this, then that'd be
worries. It's
great.
all clear now. It's all good. So what are some examples of these business to consumer transactions? So I think the primary example here is if you sell tickets directly to the audience. So if you are the promoter, if you promote your own gig, just like the example that we had in the chat, I'm just reading this. This person in the chat says, I am renting a church, a venue in Cologne, and I'm selling the tickets through Eventbrite for a single solo piano performance. All ticket income comes to me apart from the Eventbrite fee. What do I need to do? And this is exactly this case here where you're not dealing with a business, but you're selling tickets directly to the audience yourself through Eventbrite, the service provider. Another example of this business to consumer transaction would be if you perform for a private consumer for a fee. So for example, if you perform at a wedding or a birthday party. House concerts are kind of case by case. Sometimes they're also promoted by a third party, like a Germany-based promoter. So that kind of depends. Another business to consumer service that follows the same rules is if you teach in Germany. So you do a workshop or you do music lessons directly to a private students in Germany with your physical presence in Germany. So as Jeanette already said, in this case, for these business to consumer transactions, the responsibility to deal with value-added tax is not reverse charged to your client, the consumer, the ticket buyer, for example, or the wedding couple. Instead, you, as the ticket seller, you are responsible for dealing with that yourself. And you have to do this according to the legislation of the country where the gig actually takes place or where you carry out your activity. This is also known as the place of performance principle. So for any work activities, for any gigs or teaching or whatever that actually take place in Germany, you are responsible for dealing with German value-added tax according to German value-added tax regulations. And that means that you have to declare and also pay German VAT to the German tax office. And that's, of course, quite difficult because you are not registered in Germany for tax reasons. So how do you actually do this? There are two options. So you have a choice at least. So either, and this is option number one, you can declare and pay German VAT at a special tax office, which is responsible for businesses from the United Kingdom. So in Germany, businesses all around the world have like a designated tax office. And for businesses from the UK, that's Hanover North. So that's just the tax office randomly that's responsible for VAT declarations from businesses that are located in the UK, but who carry out activities in Germany that are subject to VAT in Germany, like selling tickets to your performance. So what's a little bit of an advantage of using this option number one is you can also claim a refund of German VAT that was maybe included in your business expenses. So maybe you also rent a hotel room or the venue that you rent includes German VAT in your invoice to you. You can reclaim that in the same declaration that you do, including the VAT that you owe the tax office. You can also reclaim some VAT that others charged you. What are some of the disadvantages of going through Hanover North? You can only deal with German VAT and not the VAT of other European countries. And you may also need an accountant with knowledge of the German tax system to understand the forms and the kind of online reporting system.